Hey guys, welcome back to T-Bones Tech. In this video, we are going to compare the brand new Canon T7 against the T7i. Both these are incredible cameras and they both share the exact same 24 megapixel APS-C size sensor. The price for the T7 is $550 with the kit 18 to 55mm lens. Unfortunately, they don't sell this camera without a kit lens. You can't buy it body only. And the body only price for the Canon T7i is $750. If you get it with the STM 18 to 55mm lens, that's going to run you $900. But of course, these prices are going to change. I expect the T7 to lose about $100 off of its price tag before Christmas 2018. So if you guys want to be updated on the current pricing and availability, I'm going to have a link in the description down below to the T7i and the T7. You guys can click those links. It's going to take you to Amazon. Amazon almost always has the best prices on Canon cameras. So there is a quite big price discrepancy between these two cameras. So let's see what you get for your extra money on the T7i. Because both of these cameras share the exact same sensor, they're capable of shooting the exact same pictures. So if you are in a studio environment, I'd say just pick up the Canon T7 over the Canon T7i. In a studio environment, you can control every single element as far as lighting, backgrounds, and even your subject moving. You should be able to control that. But the T7i is still a better overall camera, and it's better in every single possible way, and that's because it is priced at a higher price point. That being said, let's jump into the differences between these two cameras. The T7i can shoot 6 frames per second, which is going to be great for sports and action photography. Now, the T7, on the other hand, can only shoot 3 frames per second. The T7i has a battery life of 600 shots, and the T7 has a battery life of 500 shots. So with the T7, you're going to get 100 more shots per battery. If you are planning on taking video of either one of these, I definitely recommend the T7i, and that's because it has a 3.5mm microphone jack, so you can plug in a shotgun microphone and get much cleaner audio, not have to worry about syncing it up in post. The T7 unfortunately does not have that microphone jack, so unfortunately you're going to have to use external recorders, and it's going to make your post-processing a nightmare if you do want to get external audio from this camera. The T7i can shoot 1080p video at 60 frames a second, and the T7 can only shoot 1080p video at 30. The T7i has a flip-out touchscreen, which is absolutely great for taking hard to frame shots, and it also is a touchscreen, so you can just tap to focus, and you can pinch to zoom to make sure that your pictures are in key focus. The T7 unfortunately does not have a touchscreen, so navigating the menu and screens are just going to be a little bit worse. As far as the menu goes, the T7 has Canon's older menu system, which is still good, but definitely not great. And the T7i has Canon's newest menu system, which is really intuitive and really nice and easy to use. As far as weight goes, the Canon T7i weighs 532 grams, and the T7 weighs 472 grams, so the T7 is lighter than the T7i. The T7 has a max ISO of 6400, and the T7i has a max ISO of 25600. The T7i is going to give you 2 extra stops of ISO performance above the T7. As far as autofocusing points go, the T7i has 45 autofocusing points, and the T7 only has 9. If you want to take a lot of time lapses, I definitely recommend the T7i because it actually has built-in software that allows you to take time lapses. You still can take time lapses with the T7, but you're going to have to get an external time lapse shutter release to be able to do that. Both of these cameras have Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and NFC, and that means that you can use Canon's Camera Connect app to pair these cameras to your smartphone, and then you can use your phone as a screen, and then you can also change the ISO, aperture, and shutter speed all there from your phone, and you can also take pictures. So it's a really cool and handy feature to use. The T7i has built-in video stabilization. Now when I shoot video, I usually just turn that off because it doesn't do the best job, but it does still have that feature, and the T7 does not. As far as build quality goes, the T7i is definitely built out of better materials, and the buttons on the back definitely do feel better than on the T7. The T7i is also going to be more water resistant than the T7. The T7i has an infinity mode dial, so you can keep spinning this dial round and round and around it, and that's a really nice thing to have. Unfortunately, if you are in manual mode and you want to switch to video mode on the T7i, you can't do that easily. You have to go through every single one of them to then go to video mode, and that definitely does become a pain. The T7i has an SD card slot here, right where it belongs on the side of the camera, for easy access. Unfortunately, the T7 only has has an SD card here on the bottom, and it belongs on the side because if it is on the bottom of the camera, when you want to take your SD card out to review your pictures, you first have to take off your tripod plate if you have it mounted on a tripod. Now, if you absolutely never use tripods, then this really won't affect you at all. But this really personally affects me, and it's really annoying to have to take my tripod mounts off first before I can get to my SD card. But that's pretty much the main differences between these two cameras. Like I said in the beginning of the video, both these cameras are absolutely great. The T7i does cost more, and because of that, it is a better camera. If I had to choose between one or the other, I'd definitely pick up the Canon T7i, and that's because I do a lot of work with video. If you guys have any questions about these two cameras, make sure to leave me questions in the comment section down below, and I will do my best to answer all the questions that I get. That's all we got for you guys in this video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.